You take one day off, you come back to 15 Slack messages. Your team is stuck waiting on you for decisions they already know how to make. And here's what nobody tells you. That's not a team problem. That's a you problem. And I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. Jeff Bezos solved this with a door policy. One-way doors you slow down for, two-way doors you walk through fast. Most leaders treat everything like a one-way door, and that's why your team is frozen every single time you step away. I've watched this exact pattern collapse organizations trying to scale past 200 engineers. The bottleneck is almost never the team. It's the fact that nobody ever wrote down who owns which decision. That's my world. But Bezos never handed you the scoring model for which door you're actually standing in front of. So I'm building that for you today. And at the end, I'll show you the one decision type you should never hand off, no matter how good your system gets. You'll want to stay for that one. Here's exactly what we're covering. We're going to score the risk first using 3 factors. Then we're going to build out the decision domains your team can actually act on. And at the end, that one decision type you never delegate. I'll show you exactly what it looks like and why it always stays on your desk. So, the decision radius scores any decision across 3 factors. You rate each one from 1 to 5. Factor 1, reversibility. Can you undo it in 10 minutes, or are you signing a 5-year contract? Score it 1 to 5. Factor 2, blast radius. If this goes wrong, does it touch one internal tool, or does it hit billing, support, and customers at the same time? 1 to 5. Factor 3, detection speed. And this one is the one that actually kills companies. How long before you even know something broke? A loud failure is safe. The bug that looks fine for 6 weeks while it quietly destroys your data, that's a 5, always. Now add the scores. 3 to 6, your team owns it. Don't even ask you. 7 to 10, guardrails or a quick review. 11 to 15, that's a one-way door. Nobody moves without escalating. It's a really simple system. No more guessing. Let me show you the 3 decisions. Watch how fast the scores change. Feature flag rollout. Rollback in 10 minutes. Blast radius is low. Total score 4. Your team owns it. Don't even put it on your calendar. Database schema change that touches billing, reporting, and support simultaneously. Blast radius alone is a 5. Total score 12. That one comes to you first. But here's the one that keeps me up at night. A VP pushed a logic change to a revenue dashboard. Looked perfect. Nobody caught the error for 5 weeks. By the time anyone noticed, the board had already made hiring decisions off bad numbers. Detection speed 4, total score 11. Should have been escalated before anyone touched that code. The scariest decisions aren't the ones that fail loudly. They're the ones that look right. Scoring is the easiest part. Writing the domain so clearly that a new hire can act without paying you, that's the hard part. Here are 3 you can hand off this week. Customer discounts. Your team approves anything up to 10%. A manager handles 10 to 15. Anything above that goes to an executive. 1 hard floor. No discount drops gross margin below your minimum. Every single one gets logged with a reason, retention, volume deal, whatever it was. That log turns a judgment call into a data pattern you can actually review. Tooling and vendor spend. Team leads can approve up to $1,000 a month or a $5,000 one-time fee, but it has to connect to an active project or a documented risk. No duplicate tools without a written justification. Anything touching customer data or legal teams goes to security first. That last rule is the one people always skip. It's also the one that prevents the expensive surprises. PTO and schedule coverage. Every leader says they want empowered managers and then makes them ask permission for a vacation like they're teenagers, borrowing the family car. Write the rule down. Managers can approve up to 5 consecutive days if coverage is documented. Team drops below 70% capacity for a sprint, the answer is no, and they know that without calling you. That's what a domain looks like. Now, I promised you one decision type you should never hand off. Here it is. If the downside outlives the person who made the call, legal exposure, financial risk, anything that threatens customer trust, That one never leaves your desk. Not because your team can't handle it, because if unwinding the mistake costs more than making the decision in the first place, you own it every time, no exceptions. When something hits that threshold, your team brings you three things: the recommendation, the rollback plan, and a deadline. You commit to a 24-hour review. Everything gets logged. Who owned it? Why they chose it? Because without that record, nobody remembers the logic, but everyone stays angry about the result for years. Empowerment without thresholds is just chaos. Approval without them is just bureaucracy. The decision radius is what sits between those two. This week, pick one decision that lands on your desk every week. Score it. Write the domain. Give your team the box to work inside. And if you want to see what this looks like inside a real company, Priya runs a 50-person agency. She tried to take her first vacation in 3 years, and on day 2, her Slack blew up over a $500 vendor upgrade because nobody knew if they were allowed to say yes. Next video, we build that domain from scratch. It's right there. Click it now.